Our first graduate speaker, Karli Ratcliffe, is from our Madison East campus and is graduating from the Veterinary Technician program. She began her journey as a veterinary technician student in 2013 after some soul searching and a TV commercial that led her to our school in this program. Karli is a living example that if you follow your heart, you will always land in the right spot, because tonight she graduates in the field she is passionate about and fills her with pride. Veterinary Technology Program Chair Heather Wipieski had this to say about Karli. Simply put, Karli is a phenomenal student. She continually goes above and beyond to help others and is a great example of professionalism. Feedback from her externship site was top-notch. They stated Karli was the best student they have ever hosted. It's no surprise Karli is constantly wanting to learn more and perfect her skills. Her passion for the field is remarkable, and I know she will be a great addition to Whole Pet Veterinary Clinic, where she was recently hired. Please help me welcome Madison East graduate, Karli Ratcliffe. Woo!
I want to start off by saying congratulations to my fellow graduates. We made it this far and we deserve to celebrate. Even though we might not all know each other or have the same program knowledge, we all have one great thing in common. We decided on a common goal in life, and that's to graduate. For some of you, you might have chosen to come to Globe right out of high school. And to you, I say bravo. Not everyone follows the same path they do after completing the 12th grade. For others, you might have waited a while after high school to find your calling, or you changed your mind time and time again. I too fit into that category. After I graduated high school, I went on to UW La Crosse to double major in music education and music performance. I was an orchestra nerd. I thought that because playing the violin was the only thing that I was best at, that it was something that I was supposed to do. Yeah, I got good grades in high school and I was smart, but my instrument was the one thing that everyone knew me by. I was even voted by my senior class to most likely become a famous composer. Trust me, it's in my yearbook. So I went, and let me tell you, college is nothing like high school. I'm probably one of the world's worst test takers, and I'll admit to being a bit of a procrastinator. I struggled terribly and ended up quitting after my first year because I knew that I wasn't cut out for it. It was a bit heartbreaking knowing that I was giving up something that I really loved, music. I wanted to teach and share that love with others, but I didn't think that I was good enough to finish. So I came back home, and my parents helped me find a job while I figured out what my new path was going to be. I started out as a temp, and then it led to a full-time position. Even though I didn't have a degree, I still felt so accomplished, and I was getting a paycheck. I was proving to my boss, coworkers, and myself that I deserved to be there. And after about a year and a half, I got promoted within the company to a different department, taking phone calls for lifelines. About 6 months in, I didn't realize the emotional toll it had on me. It felt great helping people and making others happy, but something wasn't right still. I knew that it was time to think about myself and needed to find something that would make me happy. While I was looking, I realized that I had another big decision to make. Did I want to go back to music, or did I want to find something else? I realized that music would always be my passion and would always be in my heart, and it still is to this day. But I would never truly be happy if it was something that I had to do. I wanted to find my own way. That's what life's all about, right? Finding it yourself. One day, while I was sitting on the couch, I saw a commercial for Globe University. It's the one where all the animals are crawling across the screen. I don't remember what the words were saying, but the words Globe University and Veterinary Technology stood out to me, and it stuck with me for about a week. I looked it up, and after I knew it, I was emailing an admissions rep about my interest and ended up coming in one night after work. I felt a little overwhelmed, but something inside me knew that it was right. I brought packets home and pamphlets and read them through with my parents, and I don't think they really believed that I was going to go through with it right away, but I still was really excited and decided to enroll in the program. I had finally taken the first steps to choosing something for myself. I started my first quarter in July of 2013, and now I stand here today in my cap and gown talking to all of you. I don't think that my 12th grade self would have thought that I would be graduating with a degree in veterinary technology, and I don't think my parents would have thought the same thing either. I might not have the same type of story that my other program mates do, but I have the same compassion for animals and same motivation for the career path and believe in the well-being of animals that will help me excel in this career. I want to thank all my classmates for the stories that we shared that made these 2 years fly by. To all of my instructors who taught me everything that I need to know to go far in this career. To the faculty who helped me with all of my questions along the way. To my program chair, Heather Wabieski, who never let me give up even when I was doubtful. To my little brothers who helped me remember that it's still okay to be a kid sometimes. And last but not least, to my parents. I would not be standing here if it wasn't for you and your help and guidance through life. You've given me courage when I didn't have any, and given me strength when I was down, and you gave me peace of mind when I felt lost. And look at me now. Walt Disney once said, all our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. If all of us graduates here today didn't have the courage to contact Flow, drop what we were doing, switch schools, make a choice for a career path, or whatever the case may be, none of us would have anything to celebrate here today. So congratulations, Winter Quarter grads of 2015. We did it.
Our next graduate speaker, Christa Tomplait, is from the Madison West campus and is graduating tonight with her Bachelor of Science in Business Management with a human resource emphasis. Christa is originally from Akron, Ohio, and is finally settled in Madison. She is currently using her business degree as a store manager at Sports Clips. Christa's wonderful husband and family are here tonight, and they are all looking forward to acquiring some hobbies together and enjoying their newfound free time. Business Program Chair Rick Mason has this to say about Christa. I have had the pleasure of knowing Christa for 4 years and have always enjoyed having her in the business program and in business classes. She is an excellent student and a great example of the hard work and perseverance needed to complete a bachelor's degree while being a working adult. She is a dedicated employee who has achieved success while always maintaining a full school course load. I commend her for her strong efforts at Globe, and especially commend her for having to hear all my stories over and over again. Please help me welcome Madison West graduate, Christa Tomplait.
College. It's all about the journey. Most of us started college not knowing what to expect. We had one common goal in mind, and that was to better our futures. We believed we could, so we did. Almost 6 years ago, I drove past the community college in Phoenix for 6 months. It took me that long to convince myself to go take my placement test. At that college. Once I did, I felt excited for this journey, but nervous at the same time. I knew that I had a long way to go. A year into my college journey, my now husband got his dream job in Madison. We packed up our lives and moved across the country in a week. Luckily, I found Globe while searching online for a new school. Bill Boucher made my transition feel seamless. He was always there to answer a question for me, no matter how busy he was. I've also grown quite fond of giving Rick Mason a hard time. I mean, who doesn't love it? Fast forward 4 years, and I finally reached the end of my college journey. During your time in college, you feel many emotions. You have a lot of long days and restless nights. If you haven't felt like quitting, then your dreams aren't big enough. I know that I wouldn't be here without the love and support from my husband and my family and friends. There were many times I felt like I just couldn't continue on this journey. The feelings always passed as I pushed myself further along. If I hadn't pushed myself, then I wouldn't be standing here today with the rest of my graduating class. We pushed ourselves to be better, and now the day is finally here. As this chapter in life comes to an end, I look forward to a bright future. Our next chapter in life is whatever we choose to make it. We now have a college degree to move along to our next journey. So as I stand here today, I want to thank Love for my time spent gaining my education and my loved ones for all the love and support along the way. Congratulations, graduates. The tassel is worth the hassle.
Good evening. Let's give our student speakers one more round of applause. It is my honor at this time to introduce this evening's keynote speaker, Mr. Steve Broyles. Steve is a partner at Broyles & Company CPAs in Middleton, Wisconsin. He and his wife, Nicole, also a CPA, started the firm in 1999. They also have an office mascot kitty named Credit. It's fantastic. Steve received his Bachelor of Science degree in accounting at Indiana University and then went on for his Master's in Business Administration at Indiana Wesleyan. In his CPA firm, Steve serves many different clients in all types of industries ranging from construction to pharmaceutical companies. Steve started teaching at Globe University in the accounting department in October 2014 and has enriched the lives of many students. He is a passionate instructor who is dedicated to his students' learning and success. In his free time, Steve enjoys spending time with his 2 dogs, 2 cats, wife Nicole, son Nathaniel, flying as a private pilot, and sharing words of wisdom at Globe University Madison graduation. Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Broyles.
Well, first and foremost, I would like to thank you for that warm introduction very much. And a special thank you to Ashley and Natalie for inviting me to speak at this great milestone to you tonight. It is not often that a CPA gets invited to speak in front of a lot of people. Typically, coming to see me is like going to the dentist. So I do appreciate greatly the invitation. Also, I would just like to thank all the faculty for all the great work in which you do. A special thank you to the veterans that are here tonight. For you, we would not get to wake up every day and enjoy the freedom that we do. So thank you for that. I would like to also thank the families that have supported the students through their journey. Without you, a lot of these goals would not be attainable. And tonight, we really should give you some accolades to students. We probably should clap for those that have gave us support throughout the journey. And my final thank you for having me here tonight are to you, the students. The graduates of 2015, hello! It truly is an honor to be here. You know, sometimes in life, it goes so quickly. And you folks have been very busy these past number of months, and you finally have made it to a point where you have completed a milestone that you set out to do. What I would like for you to do is take a deep breath, and I would like for you to continue to sit up a little straighter. When you stand, I want you to stand a little taller, keep your head up high, because you certainly have earned it today. So, great job. You know, as I was trying to think about what I could communicate to the students that would be inspirational, I was in the midst of doing what you might imagine the CPA is doing this time of year. So, my inspiration really is just to tell you a little bit of myself and my journey. When I was going to school, I did not have the opportunity to have a traditional student academic life, as well as you have not. I worked full-time and went to school full-time. Some of the jobs in which I had were certainly reminders to me about why I was continuing my educational goals. So I took a job one time of cleaning out septic tanks, and being the new guy on the crew, I was the one that was closest to the product in which we were taking out. One time we got a call that there was a sewage line backed up And so the licensed plumber suggested I take a pipe wrench. It's about 36 inches. And so I'm unscrewing it, this 4-inch pipe, I'm unscrewing it, I think, wow, this is really coming off. Well, when the plug came out, so did all of this. Right? So I think my inspiration story to that, as you all gasped, as I did in that moment, is that sometimes in life, you're going to do things that you look back and think, wow, I wished I would not have done that. But having those moments in life, I think we look at those as opportunities. And as we have those opportunities, we really need to know if you do something that you don't like to do, I think it helps us get us to the point to do something that we want to do. Right? So no matter what course that you've taken to get to this point, I think look at all those as learning opportunities so that you can have that list of the things that you know you don't want to do, and then follow your dreams for the things that you want to do. I think all of us can attest that we have a light inside of us, and I meet many clients that end up in a position in which they would rather change. And so as you guys have been stewards of leadership through your academic career, I hope that you continue that passion and that motivation as you move forward to the next milestone. Don't forget what got you to this point and continue it forward. With the milestones, I think we take a lot of those through life. Some of those, we look back and think, wow, that was the wrong path. But what I would like to have you remember is that the focus and the motivation and the passion that you've had to lead to this milestone today is to carry that forward and make sure that's the light that you're listening to for the next milestone that you go. Some question at this point, perhaps, what is next for me? As you end this journey, sometimes we have a hole that's left because you get to know your classmates and you get used to learning and studying at night, that sometimes we do have a hole that remains. So what are the opportunities that you have? I think your opportunities are whatever that you want them to be. So you follow your own dream and you'll achieve them. I think it's important that we all continue to surround ourselves with people that make us better for who we are. When I go to clients, I often use the story about a small piece of rope. And typically I'll come in with an 8 to 12 inch piece of rope and I'll hand it out to everyone that might be in the room. And I let them know that although perhaps sometimes we feel isolated and alone, that we're all pulling on the same direction. And so the inspiration I would like to leave you with that is that whatever in life that you're doing, just make sure that those around you, you're all pulling in the same direction. And it will make success much easier. There was a client that I had met with, and they felt that if they went to be a self-employed, that they would instantly be successful, that they could deem their own vacation time or their own paid time off. I'm guessing that we have some entrepreneurs in the room, and that necessarily is not the case. But what I would like to leave you with is that success is not attained by taking the elevator. You must take the stairs. And I think for the journey that you went through to earn this degree, you have climbed many stairs, and I'm sure some have seemed longer and taller than others. But kudos to you for taking every single step to meet this amazing milestone. Upon graduating today, this 20th day of March 2015, you have empowered yourself in which no one can take that away from you. No job can terminate your degree, your education, or your skill set that you have now embodied into your toolbox. An interesting quote that Zig Ziglar had made is that people often say motivation doesn't last. Well, neither does bathing. And so we have to do it daily. So I would like for you to continue to stay motivated and press forward into whatever your next milestone will be. And again, thank you very much for having me. I greatly appreciate the opportunity to be here. And I would like to leave you with one thought. If in life you're ever critiqued, good for you, because that means you're doing something. Those that sit back, that never get critiqued, are not moving forward. So take the critique as a positive step forward that you are doing something and you are actually a change agent. Congratulations, the graduates of Globe University 2015.